In this video, we're going to explain everything you need to know to travel to the Algarve, the most complete video you'll watch today about this incredible region, the Caribbean of Europe, covering Lagos, Albufeira, Vila Moura, Portimão, the Benagil Cave, and the best tips. So let's get started. The Algarve is the southernmost region of Portugal, famous for having the most beautiful beaches in Europe. It's a summer destination with water that is sometimes cold, but with breathtaking landscapes, golden cliffs, sea caves, stone arches, and a sea with an unbelievable turquoise blue color. But before we talk about the destinations, let's get to the most important logistics. When is the best time to visit the Algarve? The Algarve is a beach destination. Therefore, you need to go when it's warm. The best time by far is the shoulder season. We recommend June and September. In these months, the weather is perfect, warm enough to swim, and the crowds are a bit smaller. The sea in September is still warm from the summer. We strongly recommend avoiding the months of July and August. This is the high season. Besides the intense heat, the region gets unbearably crowded with European tourists. The beaches are packed, hotel prices triple, and you can't find parking anywhere. Winter, from November to March, is very bad for this destination. It's cold, rainy, and many beach towns become deserted. And how many days to stay in the Algarve? The Algarve coast is long, over 150 kilometers. To do a complete itinerary, covering Lagos, Benagil, and maybe the east in Tavira, the bare minimum we recommend is 5 full days. But to do it calmly, the ideal is 7 to 10 days. With 7 days, you can stay in one base, explore the main beaches, take the boat trips, and enjoy the local food without rushing. Mandatory documentation. To enter Portugal, which is part of the European Schengen area, you need 2 things. First, a valid passport with at least 3 months of validity after your departure date. Many nationalities do not need a visa to stay for up to 90 days as tourists. And second, travel insurance. Travel insurance in Europe is mandatory under the Schengen Treaty, with a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros. They can ask for proof of your insurance at immigration. We never travel without it. And in the link in the description, there's the comparator we use that always finds the insurance at half the price. And be aware, soon, an electronic travel authorization called EIAS will also be mandatory for many nationalities, so check on that before you travel. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. The strategy in the Algarve is to choose one base city and explore by car. The choice of base completely changes your trip. The first option, and our favorite, is Lagos. The pro is that Lagos is the most beautiful town, has a charming walled historic center, great restaurants, and is right next to the most famous landscapes, like Ponta Dade. It's about 1 hour from Faro Airport. The second option is Albufeira. The pro of Albufeira is that it's right in the middle of the coast, making it the best logistical base for exploring everything, being 30 minutes from Lagos and 30 minutes from Vila Moura. The con is that the city is the party capital, very focused on British mass tourism. The Strip, or Rua da Oura, is full of bars and clubs. The third option is Vila Moura. It's a more luxurious and artificial base. It was built around a giant marina, full of yachts, expensive restaurants, and golf resorts. It's great if you're looking for luxury, but it lacks historic charm. A fourth option is Tavira, in the east. It's the calmest, most authentic base, with Moorish architecture. It's perfect if you want to escape the crowds and enjoy island beaches. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region in each of these base cities. If you stay in Lagos or Albufeira, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code on the screen and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and another that's a bit nicer, in the same location, but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The good hotels in the Algarve sell out many months in advance for the summer. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper: international travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all the attractions we mentioned, the good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, the car rental comparator, which is absolutely essential for the Algarve, and the global account to carry euros paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save this page to your favorites and use it when planning. It will make your trip much easier and save you a lot of money. Now let's talk about transportation. How to get around the Algarve. To get there, the best way is to fly into Faro Airport, FAO. Rent the car right at the airport. If you're coming from Lisbon, You can take the Alpha Pendular high-speed train, which takes 3 hours to Faro or Lagos, and rent the car there. The drive from Lisbon takes 2.5 hours. To get around the region, renting a car is essential. It's practically impossible to explore the Algarve properly without a car. The most beautiful beaches like Marinha, Benagel, and Falésia are far from each other. Public transport by bus, Vemus, is slow and doesn't drop you at the beaches. The train only stops in the main cities and far from the coast. You need a car. Pay attention. The main highway, the A22, has electronic tolls. When you rent the car, you must also rent the automatic toll device, like the Via Verde, to avoid headaches. It costs about €2 per day. For those renting, the most important tip is to book in advance online using a price comparator. It's always much cheaper, and you guarantee your vehicle as they sell out in summer. We'll leave the link to the comparator we use in the description. Now, for the main regions and attractions. The first region is the West, Barlavento, near Lagos. The #1 attraction, the postcard of the Algarve, is Ponta da Piedade in Lagos. These are spectacular golden rock formations. The logistic. You can admire it from the top, walking on the free boardwalks, but the mandatory experience is to see it from below. You must take the boat tour from the Lagos Marina. The small boats go into the grottos. The tour lasts about 1 hour and 15 minutes and costs an average of 20 to 25 euros. The second attraction is Cabo de São Vicente, Cape St. Vincent, in Sagres. This is the southwesternmost point of continental Europe, known as the end of the world. The logistic, a 40-minute drive from Lagos. The attraction is the lighthouse and the sunset. Entry is free. The third attraction is the Old Town of Lagos. The walled historic center is super charming, full of alleys, craft shops, and restaurants. Entry is free. The second region is the Central Coast, near Lagoa and Albufeira. The fourth attraction, and the most famous on Instagram, is the Benagil Cave. It's the cave with a giant hole in the ceiling. Pay attention, you cannot swim to it. You can only reach it by sea. The best way is by kayak or stand-up paddleboard, which you rent at Benagil Beach. It costs about 30 euros per hour. Or you can take a boat tour, but the larger boats do not enter the cave. The fifth attraction, next to Benagil, is Praia da Marinha. It's voted one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. Entry is free, but the small parking lot fills up before 9 a.m. in the summer. The sixth attraction is Praia da Falésia. It's near Albufeira and Vila Moura. It's a beach that stretches for kilometers, famous for its incredible red and orange cliffs. It's great for walking. Entry is free. The third region is the east, Sotavento, near Tavira. The seventh attraction is Ilha de Tavira, Tavira Island. It's a completely different landscape. It's a barrier island with kilometers of white sand. The logistic. Take a small ferry from the center of Tavira. The ride takes 10 minutes and costs about 2 euros, round trip. The water here is noticeably warmer. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive. And the most famous tourist spots like the boat tour to Benagil and Ponta da Piedade can be fully booked. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the description to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for the Ponta da Piedade boat tour, the kayak tour to Benagil Cave, tickets for the Zoo Marine Water Park, and dolphin watching boat trips, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. And they have free tours that are great, like walking tours of Lagos or Faro. Let's talk shopping. The Algarve is not a fashion shopping destination. The focus here is on local crafts. Look for hand-painted ceramics, especially from Portugal. Buy cork products, like bags and wallets, and gastronomic products, like flor de sal, sea salt, and canned fish. The largest mall in the region is Mar Shopping Algarve, near Faro, which has stores like Zara, and the tax-free tip applies. The tax in Portugal, VAT, is 23%. You can request a refund on purchases over 50 euros. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Our mission is to help you travel more and better around the world. If you're enjoying it, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It helps us a lot. Speaking of gastronomy, the food in the Algarve is focused on the sea. You have to try fresh grilled fish, especially grilled sardines in the summer. The most famous dish of the region is cataplana de marisco. It's a seafood stew with shrimp, clams, and fish, slow-cooked in a special copper pan. It serves 2 people. Another famous dish is frango piri-piri, piri-piri chicken. The original is from the small town of Guia, near Albufeira. And for dessert, try the almond and egg sweets, like Dom Rodrigo. For restaurant suggestions, starting with the cheap ones. In Guia, go to the original, Rei do Frango. It's super cheap. A chicken costs about 15 euros. The second cheap option is the Olão Municipal Market. You buy fresh seafood from the stalls and take it to the cafes outside, which cook it for you for a small fee. For an expensive experience, Restaurant A Ruína, on the beach in Albufeira. It's famous for fresh fish that you choose, it's expensive. Expect to spend about 70 to 90 euros per person. And for absolute luxury, Villa Joya in Albufeira. It's a 2-Michelin-star restaurant. The tasting menu costs over 200 euros per person. And how much does it cost to eat in the Algarve? It's more expensive than Lisbon or Porto, as it's a very touristy beach destination, but still cheap by European standards. A full Big Mac combo costs about 7 euros. A Sagres beer costs about 2 euros. The golden tip is to look for the Prato do Dia, dish of the day, at lunchtime in local restaurants. For 10 to 15 euros, you get a full meal. A full dinner at a mid-range restaurant will be around 30 to 40 euros per person. What about nightlife? The nightlife in the Algarve is very lively in the summer. The party capital is Albufeira. Rua da Oura, known as the Strip, is an entire street full of neon bars, karaoke, and clubs. Very popular with British tourists. Vila Moura has a chic-air nightlife in the bars around the marina and at the casino. Lagos has a more relaxed nightlife with many bars and pubs in the historic center. Traveling with kids? The Algarve is a fantastic destination for kids. They'll love the long sandy beaches like Praia da Falécia or Ilha de Tavira. The boat trip to see the grottos is an adventure. And the #1 attraction for them is Zoo Marine, near Albufeira. It's a giant water park with dolphin shows. The ticket costs about 34 euros. Combining your trip? The most obvious combination is with Lisbon. You can take the Alpha Pendular high-speed train from Lisbon to Faro, which takes about 3 hours, or drive, which takes 2.5 hours. Another incredible international combination is with Spain. The Algarve is on the border. From Vila Real de Santo Antonio, you can drive for 2 hours and be in Seville, the capital of Andalusia. If you liked the video, like and subscribe to our channel to always travel more and better around the world. Thank you very much and have a great trip.